Hello and welcome to Michael's Minty Music for today. Today we were reviewing Taylor Swift's 2017 album Reputation. It's good overall, but I feel like the quality of the album is really kind of all over the place. Some of the songs are really good, and some of the songs I think are really not good. This is the track listing, and these are the tracks I added to my playlist, which is about 8 out of 15, just over half of the album, which represents the album pretty well. Basically, half the songs are really good, and the other half are not great at all, in my opinion. I think this album may have some of Swift's worst songs, but I don't think it really has her best. It definitely has good songs here, but I don't think they're her best songs. Every other song or so is not great. As you can see, these sort of songs I've picked out are sort of scattered all over the place. With the good songs here are kind of perfectly placed to make the album still flow well and still be good despite the subpar showings from some of them. But yeah, the singles off the album were "Look What She Made Me Do," which I really hate. That might be my least favorite Taylor Swift song ever, and "Ready for It," which is I just don't really like that much. And then they were both on the radio, I think, at the time. I think I heard them a little bit. Along with Delicate, definitely, and I think Endgame was also on the radio. And then my favorite song here, I probably got to go with Delicate. I think it's really great, but the whole track listing of this album is kind of weird when that the best song on the album is right in front of probably the worst song on the album. I really don't like Look What You Made Me Do. I think it's really just not. I don't like it. Um, Overall, this album is basically a great album with a bunch of bad songs that were added at some point, which sort of decreases the overall quality. If they cut out a couple of these mid songs, well, not even mid, I just don't like them, bad songs, then I think this album would be a lot better. So, as you may have guessed, I rank this album towards the bottom of Taylor Swift albums, although I still do like it more than her debut 2006 album and Speak Now, mostly due to those good songs. I think the good songs on Reputation make the album better than those two. But overall, I think if the bad songs were removed, Reputation would probably end up around 1989. Probably not better than Lover, but definitely better than Midnights, I think. Um, so, it's kind of a pretty decent album that's being dragged down by quite a few bad songs. So if you know your Minty Music lore, my favorite album from 2017 um, can't be this album because it will always be Imagine Dragons Evolve. Um, I love that album. That album is perfect, great. Um, I don't think even the best Taylor Swift album would beat that. The Evolve is just a great album. One of my favorite albums of all time. And speaking of Imagine Dragons, next up we will review Imagine Dragons' 2018 album Origins. It's good, but it's basically just a bunch of rejects from Evolve. So it's still good, but the worst of Evolve is still pretty good. So it's certainly not a bad album, but it is definitely sort of a not so good compared to the past. So yeah, stay tuned for that and stay minty.